Good afternoon, friends. EJ here from the back porch once again, and today I would like to cater, for lack of better terminology, no pun intended, to our knife-loving crowd. So we've done some videos about pocket knives and things like that. They've been a hit. A lot of you like that sort of thing. A lot of our subscribers like knives. So I thought I'd show you some of our culinary pieces that are used for cooking. I guess, obviously, that's what culinary means. But we've got a selection of some older, some newer knives, some bigger, some smaller knives that we have here at the Back Porch Antiques. We've had some really good ones in time, some early case XXX butcher knives, if you will, and those have gotten sold fairly quickly, but we've still got some pretty good ones that I'll show you. We do have one case XXX on in inventory right now. It's a modern, I guess it's definitely a culinary knife. I don't think it's technically a butcher knife, a kitchen knife. This is the more modern stainless piece. Does carry that case XXX name. This one is actually said to have that miracle edge. I suppose it's supposed to stay sharp or those sorts of things, but probably better than your Walmart brand, but not necessarily top notch. Got a few of these. If this is the sort of thing that you're looking for, this is a no name, but it's polished up well. Just a chef's knife, type butcher knife. This is something at home that we use to cut the big watermelons. This is a pretty neat looking piece. He has this one marked as Village. It's a blacksmith made knife, 11.5 inches, clean and very sharp. I like how I don't know if you can see the stamps in that and the writing. It's cleaned up well. Got, of course, the brass pins, things like that. Has a good look to it, something you could use to maybe shear off roast beef or something along those lines. I'm not an amazing chef or anything like that, but I've got knives that I use for those sorts of things. This one is also an unmarked butcher knife. It has interesting, I guess, texture to the blade, which makes it a pretty good piece. Dexter is a pretty good name. A lot of people like that Dexter name. This is a sharp. He just calls it a sharp chef's knife. Dexter brand. Got a good look to it. Got a few fingerprints on it that I'll have to take off. Actually, carrying all these up here, I ended up bleeding, so I got to be careful. Old Hickory is also a good name. Not necessarily extremely old, but they did make old hickories. This is a kind of a Shapley Hardware. He's got it dated 1843 to 1934. I guess maybe those are the patent dates. It's got a good look to it, well marked. It even says 1843 to 1934 on it. Shapley's Hammer Forged. I think that's how you say that. I might be wrong on that. I'm sure out of the knife crowd somebody will tell me. Russell brand. Everybody knows Russell's a good brand of knife. Green River Works Lard Butcher Knife. It's got a good look to it. Reminds me of one of those Brazilian steakhouses where they shear it off, you know. Also a Dexter. This one actually is marked AMPT Company on this side of the handle. That's pretty interesting. I don't know the story on that, but that's pretty cool. None of these are extremely expensive here in the store. I think the most expensive of these knives is like $45. Old Hickory, very sharp. It's got the texture on it. It is very sharp. That will cut whatever you need to cut. Here's some pretty interesting pieces. Some cleavers. This one is Van Camp Hardware, 10-inch. You could really get some moving on that. You can do any kind of butchering you need to do with that particular piece. But yet, wait, there's more. Here's the big one. We've actually had bigger in stock here at the Back Porch Antiques. This one is a 12-inch. He's got it listed as a beef splitter type cleaver. It's pretty heavy. I mean, I can almost hold it straight out without much effort. But I guess if I understand this correctly, the reason that they're so heavy and so big is simple inertia. If you're going to literally split a beef, you want to be able to do it with as much inertia as you can. You want to do probably more clean cuts than you would want to do in sawing or things like that. Notice the blacksmith handles and things like that, and it's cleaned up really well. This is a pretty cool piece. A lot of people buy these to display, but I also have a lot of people that buy these to use. Even at this kind of value, $275 on this particular piece, people still buy these to use because, for lack of better terminology, They don't make them like they used to. So anyway, here's a pretty cool selection of our culinary knives at the Back Porch Antiques. If you got any questions or see anything you'd like to acquire, give us a call or shoot us a message. As always, if you don't mind, like and subscribe to our channel, and we'd surely appreciate it. EJ here from the Back Porch, signing off.